Before we get into the video, could everyone please subscribe to my Endless Diary Tales channel? Thank you so much. I was Stella standing when Stella returned to the country. I lost my place beside the boss. Luckily, the boss I followed wasn't bad, telling me to take whatever I wanted, and I was ecstatic. Finally, I had a chance to fleece the sheep. Unexpectedly, Lily returned home and found the 500 square meter villa with only the butler, Alfred, and me, John. She stared at Alfred, who was only wearing underwear, and slowly uttered a question mark. Alfred painfully told Lily, "Boss John has taken away 8 containers, including paintings and 8 pairs of your cherished underwear that you've treasured for 2 years. So after I left, Lily went crazy looking for me, turning the city upside down. Not long ago, Lily and I sat opposite each other in her office. On her delicate face was a fake melancholy. It's your fault Leighton broke up." I looked at Lily's stunning face, thinking to myself, not every CEO is a cold-blooded character who can turn their hands into clouds or rain in the business world. At least Lily wasn't. Lily was just like a fool. I had been her Stella stand-in for 3 years and had experienced this scene exactly 379 times. Lily called this a breakup rehearsal because the first time she saw me, she was captivated by her own beauty. So she warned me, "I know I'm very charming, and any man who meets me will uncontrollably fall in love with me, but you should give up." I looked into Lily's eyes and saw the familiar sparkle of intelligence. The first time I met Lily, my heart had already turned cold as ashes, but Lily was still not at ease. Every 3 to 15 days she wanted to rehearse with me. I perfunctorily said my lines. "I won't break up. Lily, you are so beautiful, how could I bear to break up with you?" Lily, immersed in the role, looked at me, a hint of pain flashing in her eyes. "I'll give you 3 days to leave my world." I pretended to squeeze out a tear. "I don't want to. I love you to death." Hearing this, Lily leaned back in satisfaction, her whole body radiating pink bubbles, as if the breakup rehearsal was just to hear me say this sentence. I still maintained my professional ethics and continued to act. "Lily, haven't you ever loved me?" Lily immediately seemed to be injected with chicken blood, and was about to say something when her phone rang. The caller ID was Lily's special assistant. "Co Lu, Tom is returning to the country." My new book, for some reason, even after so many breakup rehearsals, on the day Tom actually returned to the country, I still felt a little sour. But I quickly attributed it to the reluctance for money. After all, Lily was very generous. Not every CEO was willing to spend $8 million a year to support a stand-in. However, the reason Lily chose me as a stand-in was not because I looked like her white moonlight Tom. In fact, Tom and I looked nothing alike. I felt that Lily chose me because I was uneducated. Although Lily had a gentle and jade-like face, her tastes were very vulgar. She liked to eat grilled skewers from street vendor stalls, liked to watch cheesy long TV dramas, and her bookshelves were full of online novels like 99 Nights as the CEO's Bride and Former CEO Begs for Love. But Lily was vain, so she found me as a shield right in front of outsiders. Lily had repeatedly abandoned her principles for me, going to street vendor stalls with me, and allowing me to put cheesy online novels on her bookshelves. I took this $8 million without any guilt. Let alone, I still had to rehearse breakups with Lily. Every scene was scripted by her, and those lines were truly mentally polluting. Lily had to hear me say I loved her to death to be satisfied. In the rehearsal, this was such a great sacrifice. Lily hung up the phone and continued, "Since you've been by my side for so long, you can ask me for anything." After speaking, Lily looked at me expectantly. My heart suddenly raced. I paid attention. This is not a rehearsal. This is not a rehearsal. Lily is serious. According to the script, I should say, "I don't need anything. I only need you." But this is not a script. If I really said that, then I would be the #1 fool in the world. Lily might be tricking me to just let me go. So I flatteringly asked, "Really?" Not hearing the answer she wanted, Lily was a little disappointed, but she still asked again expectantly, "Everything in the villa, you can choose." Saying this, Lily used her beautiful face to seduce me. Damn it, Lily was actually doing something like this to avoid breakup money. I hardly looked away from Lily's face and considered. Then I had to choose carefully. The corner of Lily's mouth couldn't help but curve up. Yes, choose carefully. After all, you must know what is the most expensive. This sentence echoed in my head. I recalled the most expensive things in Riverfront Villa and suddenly swallowed. I stood up abruptly and hurriedly said to Lily, "Then I'll go back to Riverfront Villa first, okay?" Before Lily could reply, I had already called for a car to Riverfront Villa. By the way, I also called for a few cargo trucks. Riverfront Villa was Lily's private residence. The outside looked like neoclassical architecture, but the inside was decorated like a nouveau riche's home. All Lily's aesthetic taste. Lily was like a dragon, liking gemstones and gold. There were gold screen panels, gemstone wall paintings, and rosewood chairs. I felt like I was seeing money everywhere. I told the movers to carry away whatever they saw. It didn't look like I was asking for breakup money, but more like robbing a house. I almost cleaned out this 500 square meter villa. Finally, I entered Lily's bedroom. That big, soft, and comfortable bed was exactly what I loved. Why was it mine? Lily and I did have some indescribable relationship that went beyond limits. It was said that the mattress alone cost $8 million, equivalent to my salary for a year. I painfully pointed to the mattress and generously said, "Carry it away." The movers in uniform immediately carried it away. Finally, I looked at the row of underwear in the closet. Each piece was Lily's treasure. According to Lily, these 8 pairs of underwear had been worn to the point of being one with her soul in this world. You couldn't find a 9th pair. These underwear were not worth much money, but thinking about Lily abandoning me for White Moonlight's return, I still felt a little choked up. I was about to open my mouth when Alfred, who was standing behind me and witnessing the scene of me cleaning out the villa, trembled and said, "Mr. John, these are Lily's lifeblood." I angrily thought of Lily, this fickle woman. I had shouldered so much infamy for her, acting in dramas with her every day, yet she abandoned me. She abandoned me already and still wanted to trick me out of breakup money. So I arrogantly said, "Isn't Lily's lifeblood Tom?" Alfred immediately rushed over, determined to protect Lily's underwear with his life. I then stripped off Alfred's clothes, leaving only his underwear, and gleefully drove away with 8 containers. After leaving Lily, I still stayed in City S. It wasn't because I missed Lily, but because the house I spent a large sum of money to buy was in City S. I thought deeply about what kind of job I could find after being unemployed, but then I thought, currently I have $50 million in my bank card, do I still need to work? I lay on Lily's mattress, which was 2 sizes larger than my bed, comfortably. Commuting to work was impossible. From today onwards, I must start enjoying life. How to enjoy life? Nothing but beautiful scenery, delicious food, and beautiful women. I grinned and looked at the beautiful woman in front of me. "Hello, may I ask your name?" The woman opposite smiled gently. "My name is Luna." I immediately sobered up and stammered, "What?" "Luna." Luna curved her eyes and smiled. "Luna." My eyes involuntarily followed Luna's perfect figure, and my mind took the opportunity to think, does Lily have a younger sister? After thinking for 3 seconds, I realized I didn't understand Lily at all. Every time I wanted to learn about Lily, she would put on an act. My train of thought flew back from the beautiful face of the woman in front of me, remembering when I first followed Lily. At that time, she was not as fake as she is now and was much more straightforward. I asked her, "After following you, do I need to deal with your family?" Lily blushed and tried to say what? Following. Not following. We are dating. Talking about it. Don't make it sound so harsh. At that time I was moved. As a result, the next day on the bookshelf next to Lily, a pile of Seth novels and 99 Nights of the CEO's White Moonlight standing appeared. I then knew Lily was just being vain. Although she wanted to use me to provoke her White Moonlight Tom, she treated me very well and never lacked for me in terms of money. She was so stingy that she even washed her own clothes to save money, yet she was willing to spend $8 million a year on me. "Mr. John, do you know Lily really loves you? After you left, she went crazy looking for you, almost turning City S upside down." Luna's gentle voice rang in my ears, interrupting my reminiscence. I carefully pondered the content. In Luna's words, she blankly pointed at myself. The gentle smile on Luna's face gradually stiffened. "If not you, then could it be me? Why am I so smart?" I replied, "Lily didn't tell me her White Moonlight was female." Luna seemed to be insulted and angrily said, Very well, you are just like her, saying I am a stand-in, right? Luna's handsome face became a little ugly because of the collapsed expression. My infatuation with her vanished in an instant. I couldn't help but think of Lily. Lily was really very beautiful. The features on her noble face were harmoniously distributed, as if they were created ingeniously, making her beautiful from every angle. Even when she secretly ate chips in the office, she exuded elegance. I couldn't help but say, "You are really not as good as Lily." Before the word beautiful could be uttered, Luna seemed to be severely insulted. She stood up abruptly and pointed at her nose. "You said I am not as good as Lily? That is idiotic." Luna was talking about her face. I honestly nodded. "Indeed, not as good." Luna angrily looked at me, seemingly thinking of something. She endured and sat down again, gently saying to me, "Do you know Lily is preparing for an engagement party? But she doesn't love Tom at all. She is only marrying Tom for money. She has been looking for you for 3 months. Shall I take you to see her?" A blatant conspiracy permeated the space between us. I opened my phone and searched, finding that Luna was indeed Lily's younger sister. She came to find me definitely not with good intentions. Although I was a little sad for Lily, I would not do things that were detrimental to her. I resolutely shook my head. Immediately afterwards, Luna held out a finger. 10 million. Go to the party with me. My head involuntarily nodded. I sadly apologized to Lily in my heart. "Sorry, Lily. Although I will not do things that are detrimental to you, if I don't take this 10 million, it will be detrimental to me. I must get rich." I took out a gift contract that I had printed at home and placed it in front of Luna. "Sign it." Luna sneered. "You and Lily are really from the same mold." I looked at Luna sincerely. "You and her are the ones who are from the same mold." Luna trembled and signed the gift contract, taking me to the bank to transfer the money. Before finally breathing a sigh of relief, she said to me, 3 days later, Riverview Hotel. I will come to pick you up." Then I obediently nodded. For money, I suddenly felt that Luna and I were like the male and female supporting villains in novels, about to be slapped in the face by the male and female leads at the engagement party of the wealthy. 3 days later at Riverview Hotel, Luna and I sneaked into the banquet hall. It was said that this was a welcome party specially organized by the Tom family for Tom. Beside the old men in vests who looked like uncles from the countryside, there was a lot of hubbub. It was said that CEO Lou is about to have a marriage alliance with Mr. Tom, and this news will be announced at the banquet later. I simultaneously took a deep breath. I just thought of the scene of Lily marrying someone else and already felt breathless. My heart felt like it was being strangled. I drooped my pitiful eyebrows and turned to look at Luna. She also looked like she had just been dumped. "Ipoked Luna. What's wrong with you?" Luna sadly said. "I'm heartbroken." I patted Luna's shoulder. "It's okay, be strong. I'm also heartbroken." Just at this moment, Lily and a handsome-looking young man walked side by side towards this corner. As soon as I saw Lily, I recognized that although she tried to adjust her gait, her movements were still very unnatural. Lily's face was gloomy as she stood in front of us. Her fiery gaze looked at my hand that was placed on Luna's shoulder. I unconsciously retracted my hand and looked at the 2 people in front of me. Everyone around exclaimed in surprise, "Oh my God, what is this situation?" I looked at those passers-by with envy. I also wanted to utter this exclamation instead of becoming the center of everyone's attention. Alfred, standing behind Lily, uttered a classic line. "Mr. John, since you left Riverfront Villa, Lou has not smiled anymore." I weakly replied, "Really?" Lily, standing in front of me, suddenly teared up. She stared at me, transforming from a CEO into a white lotus. I forced a smile. "Those 8 pairs of underwear have such great power." Lily's voice was a little resentful. "Why did you move them away?" I glanced at Tom unexpectedly. Tom, who looked as pure as a lotus flower, opened his mouth and said a very frightening sentence. "You've fallen for me, haven't you?" I helplessly looked around at the people who were looking at me, then looked at Lily, who was waiting for an answer in front of me. Feeling too embarrassed, I weakly said, "How about we go out and talk?" Lily refused to leave. She insisted on demanding an answer from me. I whispered, "If you don't leave, I'll tell Mr. Tom about you sneaking into the Tom family's company in the middle of the night and watering their fortune tree to death. Tom looked at Lily in shock, seemingly not daring to believe that Lily could do such a thing. Lily was not fazed at all, just like a proud papa. I continued to whisper, "Then I will send Mr. Tom the eulogy you secretly posted on the forum slandering the Tom family, saying their company will go bankrupt this year." Tom's pupils contracted in shock. Lily was a little unbearable but still stubbornly waited for me to answer. I played my final trump card. "Then I will tell Mr. Tom about you smashing the wealth god they worshipped in the company into a SpongeBob plastic toy." Lily and I were immediately surrounded by the Tom family, led by Tom, who loudly asked Lily, "What did this man just say?" Lily was not afraid at all and said, "Didn't you hear? I smashed your company's wealth god into SpongeBob." An old man of nearly 70 years old trembled and asked, "SpongeBob? Which god is that?" Tom, probably afraid that his father would be angered to faint, carefully said, "It's the god of wealth who governs the sea. Especially diligent and loves work. Worshipping him every day will make our employees become employees who love work." Tom's father suddenly breathed a sigh of relief and took Lily's hand. "Lily, Dad knows daughters are the best. Our family marriage alliance." I was a little disappointed and lowered my head. The things just now were all fabricated by me. I pursed my lips, not daring to face my inner self. It seemed that I had really fallen in love with Lily. Lily was right. As long as you understand her, men will easily fall in love with her. Lily's answer suddenly hit my heart. Lily calmly replied, "This matter I agree." After speaking, Lily took my hand and left the party.
Familiar Viet Tower. Familiar Lily.
Lily's voice was a little loud. "Go on, why did you leave in the end?" I looked at the SpongeBob yellow socks exposed under Lily's trouser legs. Suddenly, I felt that my spirit was problematic. How could I like a kid? "That's right, I am mentally ill." I immediately retorted, "Why can't I leave?" Lily's voice became even louder. "You cleaned out my house." Sometimes the louder you argue, the more you feel you are right. My voice also gradually rose. "Didn't you tell me to choose, Lily?" "What do you mean?" "You said the things in Riverfront Villa I could choose whatever I wanted, and now you regret it." Lily heard this and hesitated, but she was a little aggrieved. Coupled with her teary eyes at this time, she looked even more lovely. "But you can't take away my beloved underwear, right?" Lily's gentle and jade-like voice carried a hint of sobbing. I appeased. "Then I'll return them to you. Can I leave now?" My attitude changed too quickly. Lily stepped forward and grabbed my hand, asking, "Why are you suddenly angry with me?" I sneered. "Aren't we already broken up?" Lily acted confused. "But we are rehearsing a breakup." My gaze changed from anger to confusion. "Rehearsing what?" "White Moonlight has already returned. What are you still rehearsing with me for?" Seeing that I didn't say anything, Lily continued, "Then you don't want my 8 million anymore? Who would dislike money?" I ignored the previous statement that I had earned enough money and continued to stay by Lily's side. I knew I seemed to have fallen in love with Lily. I admitted that occasionally bowing my head to beauty would not damage the dignity of a man like us. It was just that after returning to the empty riverfront villa with Lily, I was still a little embarrassed. Lily looked emotionlessly at her wooden bed without a mattress. I was extremely surprised. "You sleep on a wooden bed?" Lily wearily said. "The mattress was stolen. If I don't sleep on a wooden bed, where do I sleep?" I sincerely suggested. "Then buy another one." Lily gritted her teeth. "That's an 8 million mattress." If it weren't. Lily's words suddenly stopped. She shyly glanced at me, then abruptly changed the subject. "Do you find that mattress comfortable?" I smiled contentedly. "Of course it's comfortable. Otherwise, why would I deliberately take it away?" Lily shyly said. "Then I'll buy another one. That one is a gift to you." I immediately became vigilant, thinking to myself, "Lily, don't even think about using this mattress to deduct from my 8 million this year." Lily's face darkened and she pushed me out of the room, slamming the door shut. I stood outside the door when Lily's butler, Alfred, walked past and naturally muttered, "Oh, this mattress was newly bought 2 years ago. Our CO Lou is very thrifty. He always sleeps on a 50 million Simmons mattress." I turned to look at Alfred, who was forced to stop to finish his sentence. Are you talking to me? Alfred forced a smile. No, no, just mumbling to myself. I looked at Alfred's wrinkle-free face and sharply said, You seem to be only 35 years old this year, right? Alfred forced a smile. No matter how old I am, I must complete my work. I asked, What is your job? Alfred loudly said, Of course, it's being a butler. I endured the pain and conceded a step. I knew that taking away the 8 million mattress that had only been used for 2 years was too much. I'll pay 100,000 for Lily to buy a new one. Okay. Alfred was about to say something. It wasn't because of this matter, but the door behind me suddenly opened. Lily smiled innocently. He is willing to pay 100,000 for me. It's just a mattress. Buying another one is fine. Alfred looked at Lily and me with a complex expression. You two are really a match made in heaven. Especially in terms of intelligence. Lily and I simultaneously froze in place because of this sentence. Both of us blushed equally. Recently, Lily kept avoiding me. I thought she might have been moved by my 100,000. The 8 containers I took away, she didn't ask for any of them back, and they all became my assets. She spent a large sum of money to redecorate Riverfront Villa. Lily told Alfred to ask for my opinion when redecorating. What opinion could I have? This is not my home. I only had one request for Riverfront Villa, which was comfort. But that despicable butler, Alfred, seemed to not understand what kind of comfort I wanted. He actually decorated 10 rooms with 10 different themes. This caused an extremely embarrassing situation when I took Lily home from a business trip to visit the newly decorated villa. Lily looked at the room decorated as a classroom and suspiciously asked me, What are you decorating the house like this for? I put on a straight face and said, I'm preparing to take the teacher qualification certificate. Lily curved her lips and smiled, a hint of laughter in her eyes. Planning to be a teacher? I solemnly said, No, it's because I can listen to music when I'm heartbroken, and I can wear headphones to play appropriate BGM. Lily patted my head. Good idea. My heart seemed to skip a beat. Lily continued to open the next room, which was a prison cell. Lily leaned against the door, turned her head to look at me, waiting for me to answer. I hurriedly turned to look at Alfred. Unexpectedly, this villain actually put on the professional attitude of a butler with a polite 30-degree smile and said, The room decorations are all based on Mr. John's opinions. Looked up and laughed loudly, really wanting to burrow into the ground. What opinions did I give? I was going crazy wanting to crawl into this dark corridor. If I had known, I wouldn't have just said the short 2 words, comfort. Lily was still waiting for my answer. I had to bite the bullet and say, Lily, you are already a CEO. I secretly glanced at Lily. Her voice was a little low. My train of thought was a little scattered. I found that Lily only needed to speak less than 10 words to be very beautiful. Because this way, she would not reveal her foolishness. As long as Lily didn't open her mouth, she was the standard domineering CEO model. Even the neat suit she wore looked like a gangster combined with a handsome and elegant face. Both beautiful and contradictory and aggressive. Continue to praise Lily's voice pulled my thoughts back. I continued to say, Our CEO profession is very risky. Sometimes we get our kidneys taken, sometimes our eyes taken. You must know that being a CEO is a dangerous profession. Decorating a prison at home is to let you always self-reflect and never do anything illegal. Lily leaned down, her narrow eyes staring at me with only me in her eyes. I had forgotten my nonsense and even thought Lily would kiss me unexpectedly. Lily flicked my forehead hard. Don't worry, I pay taxes in full every year, Lily added. I also don't collude with the underworld. I hurriedly flattered. So good. Lily immediately became happy like a child being praised. Let's go eat. I looked at the remaining 8 rooms and breathed a sigh of relief. Something should be kept secret. I hurriedly said to Alfred, Quickly remodel these 10 rooms. Alfred disappointedly said, Don't you two have a sense of unboxing a surprise gift? I smiled. Comfort, I said. Comfort means this kind of comfort. Alfred pretended not to know and agreed. Oh, okay. I will remodel them tomorrow. I met a strange person at Riverfront Villa. Luna, dressed neatly, greeted me. Good morning. I looked at her in surprise. Lily's enemy can also come here?
Luna îți face dar Kenneth.
She and I are biological sisters from the same parents. Why can't I come? I was even more surprised. You and her are biological sisters from the same parents? Why did you give me 10 million to ruin her engagement party with Tom? Luna loudly said. If there is no love, what engagement party? Isn't that just for money? I comforted Luna, who was agitated. Even without feelings, you can still be together. Look at Lily and me. Lily walked down from the stairs behind me, looked at Luna and said, You came at the right time. The Tom family is urging me to bring gifts to the Tom family tonight. Luna glared at Lily fiercely and loudly said, I'm not going. I was a little stunned, looking left and right. Lily was about to get engaged to the Tom family, but why was Luna's reaction stronger than mine? I tried to speculate. Luna, you are not going because you love your sister. Luna immediately jumped up. Are you crazy? Before I could retort, Lily kicked her. Luna screamed and ran out. Lily's voice was unhappy. You are crazy. Luna hugged her and said, I'm not going. Lily asked, Why aren't you going? Luna asked back, Why aren't you going? Lily sneered, You and Tom are getting engaged. Why should I go? Am I your mother? Me and Tom are getting engaged. Luna suddenly understood, her face unable to hide her joy, pointing at herself and asking excitedly, Me and Tom are getting engaged? Lily sneered, Could it be? I looked at Luna, who was smiling like a fool, then looked at Lily. Sure enough, they were biological sisters from the same parents. Sometimes they looked quite alike. Luna suddenly walked up to me, stretched out a hand, palm up, and said, Return it to me. I was a little confused. Return what? Luna naturally said, Return my 10 million. I cautiously asked, Why should I return it to you? Luna said, At that time I thought my sister was about to get engaged to Tom, so I spent money to find you to go to the engagement party. Turns out the one getting engaged is me, so I don't need you to go anymore. You return the money to me. I took a step back. No return. I've already gone. And now you tell me to return the money. Luna angrily said, Now I am a person with a family. I still have to support my husband. Do you think supporting a husband is easy? That's 10 million. I sneered. You also know it's 10 million. Lily heard the situation and came over to stand beside me, asking, Have you signed the gift contract? Seeing Lily intervene, Luna immediately brightened her eyes. Sister, tell him to return the money to me. I pursed my lips, afraid that Lily would want to help Luna demand the money back. I whispered, Signed. Lily contentedly praised me. Signed is good. This trick of signing a gift contract was taught to me by Lily. That day, we were sitting on the sofa watching the domineering CEO novel that Lily bought. I was watching very happily, but Lily disdained this male lead demanding 500 million from the female lead. It can be demanded back, yet he didn't sign a gift contract. By the time they break up, the money is also gone. I am a liberal arts person and didn't understand these things very much. Hearing this, I was very surprised and turned to ask Lily. Really? Lily enthusiastically popularized knowledge for me for a while, then solemnly said to me, In the future, if anyone gives you money, you must remember to sign a gift contract. Luna was still about to say something when Lily immediately kicked her out. Scram! Quickly, Luna sadly limped away. Luna and Tom are engaged. I frowned and thought, Luna and Lily's white moonlight are engaged? Seemed like something was wrong. Lily's white moonlight is no longer there, so am I the stand-in for white moonlight? Still needed. I solemnly thought. If I am no longer a stand-in, do I have to leave Lily? With a click, the bathroom door opened. Lily, wrapped tightly in a bath towel, walked out. I was like headlights. My eyes scanned up and down, then my eyes became dull. Humph. If you don't want me to see, then don't act all coy, wearing so much to tempt people. How funny. I swallowed. Lily walked up to me and expectantly asked, John, do you want to see? Damn it, she was so charming and seductive. I resolutely refused. I don't want to see. And to show my determination, I turned my head in the other direction. Lily walked in front of me again and invited, Go on. I pushed her away. Why should I look? Lily enthusiastically invited. Because it's beautiful and well-proportioned. Damn it, I recalled what I touched on the bed and shook my head. I couldn't let reason be filled with desire. I still had to think about the matter of Lily's white moonlight no longer being there. As a stand-in, would I be laid off? I resolutely didn't look. Lily persistently continued. Are you really not going to look? It's very beautiful. I reluctantly replied. Then I'll just take a look. Lily immediately seemed as if her ears and tail stood up together, grinning. Her face as if she was about to give me a big surprise. I thought to myself, what surprise could she give me? Could it be that she was wearing nothing? Immediately afterwards, Lily opened the bath towel. My eyes widened. Damn it, Lily was wearing clothes neatly with 8 big words clearly written on her body. John, I love you. Marry me. I was stunned. My mind seemed to shrink. Now it was good. I didn't need to think about the problem of Lily's white moonlight marrying someone else and whether I, as a stand-in, would be unemployed anymore. Lily saw that I didn't react and was a little sad, asking, "What's wrong?" Not surprising enough. I shook my head. This kind of confession in my whole life, this was the first time I've seen it. Lily disappointedly looked at me. Then why aren't you surprised? I hesitated and asked, Aren't you supposed to like Tom? As soon as I said this, Lily immediately looked like a virgin being violated, her face righteous. What are you talking about? How could I like Tom? I only like you, I said. But they all say Miss Lou likes Tom. Suddenly, an image of Luna flashed in my mind. Could it be? It's Luna who likes Tom, Lily said. I was getting more and more confused. Then why did you rehearse breakups with me every day? Lily blushed and whispered. Isn't that because I wanted to hear you say love words to me? Those scripts were all written by me. I gritted my teeth and asked, So those breakup rehearsals between you and me? Lily suddenly loudly said, That's right. I just wanted to hear you say you love me. Lily knelt in front of me, took out a ring from under the bed, and opened it. John, I like you. I love you. Marry me. Okay. Thinking of the 3 years of being played around, I was a little angry. What if I don't agree? Lily obediently said, Then I will keep begging you. I looked at the 8 neat words on Lily's body, then looked at her perfect face, and didn't want to play hard to get any more. I liked Lily. Lily also liked me. So why shouldn't we be together? My heart beat very fast. I thought I was very cool and brave when I said, okay. But in fact my voice was as soft as a mosquito's. Ears were very sharp. She immediately brightened her eyes and pressed me onto the bed. Great, let me touch, let me touch. Lily's parents were both very nice people, approachable and kind. I looked at Lily and Luna at the dining table, feeling as if their genes had mutated. Maybe they had injected husky genes into their human genes. Lily picked all the dishes I liked into my bowl. Lily's dad announced, Dad and Mom want to marry John. I still maintained my professional ethics and continued to act. Lily, haven't you ever loved me at all? According to the story in the novel, at this time I would be made difficult and humiliated. Lily quietly leaned close to my ear and said loudly, Don't worry, my parents will not object. Currently, the LOF family is in my hands. If they don't agree. Lily's eyes rolled around for a moment. Then this year I will falsify the accounts and evade taxes. Lily's parents' faces darkened, and they turned to gently say to me, John, you've worked hard, yet you can endure. Lily, rest assured, Uncle and Aunt are not old-fashioned people. 3 years ago, when you two just fell in love, Lily already came home and told us. We fully supported it. I was a little stunned. I secretly looked at Lily and saw that she was peeling shrimp on the plate. She picked one for me, one for Mom, one for me, one for Dad, one for me. When it came to Luna, the chopstick skimmed over Luna's plate and placed it on my plate, picking one for me, then picking one for me again. There were still 2 shrimp on the plate. Lily picked them all for me. I was a little embarrassed looking at Luna, who was dissatisfied, and Lily's parents, who were pretending not to see anything. I hurriedly turned to wink at Lily. Lily immediately spoke up. So many people here and you're still being spoiled. Okay, I'll indulge you this time. Saying this, Lily brought my plate full of shrimp in front of her and arrogantly peeled shrimp. I hurriedly looked at Lily's dad. Lily's dad's eyes were brimming with tears as he looked at me. John, you must live happily with Lily forever. Together forever. Seeing me nod, Lily's dad breathed a sigh of relief as if he had just unloaded a burden of decades.